Nearly 70% of people with diabetes experience blood sugar spikes above 180 milligrams per deciliter after consuming their morning oatmeal, despite following standard dietary recommendations. This alarming statistic reveals a widespread problem affecting millions who believe they make healthy breakfast choices. How can oatmeal, specifically recommended by doctors and nutritionists as a diabetes-friendly breakfast, cause such dramatic glucose elevations? Studies show the average blood sugar increase after certain oatmeal preparations reaches 80 to 100 points, equivalent to eating white bread. This perplexing paradox stems from three critical mistakes most diabetics make when preparing their morning oatmeal. These seemingly minor preparation errors transform this potentially beneficial food into a glucose nightmare. Fortunately, simple adjustments to oatmeal preparation can dramatically change how your body responds, allowing enjoyment of this satisfying breakfast without dangerous blood sugar consequences. Oatmeal exists in three main forms: steel cut, rolled, and instant, each with dramatically different blood sugar impacts. The manufacturing process determines digestion speed. Steel cut oats remain closest to their natural state, while instant varieties undergo extensive processing that accelerates glucose conversion. Oatmeal contains valuable soluble fiber, beta-glucan, which normally forms a protective gel slowing digestion. However, processing damages this beneficial fiber structure. For people with diabetes, morning presents unique challenges. Dawn phenomenon hormones naturally elevate blood sugar, while overnight fasting increases insulin resistance. This creates a perfect storm when combined with rapidly digesting oatmeal varieties. Realistic expectations matter. Even properly prepared oatmeal typically raises glucose 30 to 45 points within an hour of consumption. Mistake number 1. Choosing the wrong type of oatmeal. The most critical error begins in the grocery aisle, where three distinctly different oatmeal varieties offer dramatically different blood sugar impacts. Instant oatmeal undergoes extensive processing, pre-cooked, flattened, and pulverized into small particles that digest rapidly. Traditional rolled oats receive moderate processing, while steel-cut oats remain closest to their natural state with minimal processing. This manufacturing process directly determines glycemic impact. Research published in the Journal of American College of Nutrition found instant oatmeal raised blood glucose nearly twice as much as steel-cut varieties, despite identical calorie content. The explanation lies in particle size. Smaller particles created during processing provide more surface area for digestive enzymes to access, accelerating conversion to blood glucose. Marketing claims frequently mislead diabetic consumers with phrases like heart healthy and whole grain, appearing on all varieties regardless of processing level. Even more deceptive, some instant varieties labeled no sugar added still convert to glucose more rapidly than steel-cut oats with a teaspoon of real sugar added. Margaret from Texas discovered this difference through systematic testing. Using her glucose monitor, she measured blood sugar after identical portions of different oatmeal types. Instant oatmeal raised her readings from 130 to 210 milligrams per deciliter within 45 minutes. Steel-cut oats only elevated levels to 163 milligrams per deciliter with a much more gradual rise and quicker return to baseline. The solution begins with selecting minimally processed varieties. Steel-cut oats provide optimal blood sugar stability, while thick-cut rolled oats offer a middle ground option. Always avoid instant varieties despite convenience claims. When reading packaging, ignore front label claims and examine ingredient lists carefully. Look specifically for steel-cut or Irish oats, and avoid products containing the words instant, quick, or 1 minute. Preparation methods can reduce glycemic impact regardless of type. Soaking any oats overnight in the refrigerator with a tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar creates beneficial resistant starch that digests more slowly. For those concerned about preparation time, weekend batch cooking works efficiently. Steel-cut oats refrigerate and reheat excellently, maintaining their blood sugar advantages even when prepared in advance. Mistake number 2: adding the wrong toppings and sweeteners. Even perfectly selected steel-cut oats become glucose disasters when topped with common high glycemic additions. These seemingly innocent toppings often contain more sugar than the oatmeal itself, multiplying the overall blood sugar impact by 2 to 3 times. Dried fruit represents the most problematic addition. The dehydration process concentrates fruit sugars into small packages that digest extremely rapidly. Just 2 tablespoons of raisins contain approximately 15 grams of carbohydrates, equivalent to nearly 4 teaspoons of table sugar in terms of glucose impact. Many supposedly healthy toppings harbor hidden sugars. Commercial granola contains up to 12 grams of sugar per quarter cup. Flavored yogurt adds another 12 to 15 grams of sugar despite its protein content. Even many nut butters contain added sugars and hydrogenated oils that worsen insulin resistance. Robert from California discovered this truth through careful testing. His morning steel-cut oats raised his blood sugar from 115 to 145 milligrams per deciliter when eaten plain. After adding banana slices, dried cranberries, and a drizzle of honey, additions he considered moderate and healthy, his glucose skyrocketed to 235 milligrams per deciliter and remained elevated for over 3 hours. The solution involves strategic topping selections that enhance flavor without glucose consequences. Cinnamon provides sweetness perception without affecting blood sugar while actively improving insulin sensitivity. Unsweetened cocoa powder adds chocolate flavor with minimal carbohydrates. Protein additions significantly moderate carbohydrate absorption. Adding 1 tablespoon of unsweetened hemp seeds, ground flaxseed, or chopped walnuts provides protein and healthy fats that slow digestion. 1/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt adds protein while creating creamier texture. Healthy fat incorporation further stabilizes blood sugar response. 1/2 tablespoon of almond butter, 1/4 of a diced avocado, or 1 tablespoon of coconut oil significantly improves glucose stability after consumption. For natural sweetness without sugar impact, try 1/4 cup of fresh berries instead of dried fruit. Their water and fiber content moderate sugar absorption while providing authentic fruit flavor. Mistake number 3, incorrect timing and portion sizes. Even perfect oatmeal selection with appropriate toppings can create glucose disasters when consumed at the wrong time or in incorrect portions. Morning hours present unique metabolic challenges for people with diabetes due to the dawn phenomenon, hormonal changes causing natural insulin resistance between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. During this window, identical carbohydrates digest faster and impact blood sugar more severely than at other times. Portion sizes dramatically impact glycemic load, regardless of oatmeal type. Standard serving sizes listed on packaging equal 1/2 cup dry oats, yielding approximately 1 cup cooked. However, most consumers pour significantly larger portions, often doubling the intended amount. This common error transforms a moderate carbohydrate breakfast into a high glycemic meal. James from Minnesota documented this effect using continuous glucose monitoring. Consuming 1 cup of cooked steel-cut oats raised his blood sugar from 125 to 178 milligrams per deciliter. When accidentally preparing a double portion using the same bowl, his glucose surged to 243 milligrams per deciliter and remained elevated throughout the entire morning. The water-to-oatmeal ratio significantly changes digestion speed. Thicker preparations with less water digest more slowly than soupy consistencies. Each 1/4 cup increase in cooking water accelerates glucose conversion measurably. Standard cereal bowls encourage overconsumption through visual deception. Their wide diameter makes proper portions appear inadequately small, prompting many to double the recommended amount without realizing it. The solution begins with precise measurement using proper tools. The therapeutic portion equals exactly 1/4 cup dry steel-cut oats, yielding approximately 1/2 cup cooked. Always measure dry oats with standardized measuring cups rather than estimating. Prepare oats using a 3:1 water-to-oats ratio for ideal consistency and slower digestion. Adding 1 tablespoon of chia seeds during cooking further slows glucose absorption through additional gel formation. Optimal timing strategies include delaying breakfast until after 9 a.m. when possible, allowing the dawn phenomenon to naturally subside. For those needing earlier meals, incorporating 10 minutes of light activity before breakfast significantly improves glucose tolerance. The overnight oats method reduces glycemic impact by creating beneficial resistant starch. Combine oats with water and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, refrigerating overnight. This simple technique reduces blood sugar impact by approximately 30%. The perfect diabetic oatmeal protocol: begin with exactly 1/4 cup steel-cut oats prepared using the overnight method, combined with 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar and 3/4 cup water, refrigerated for at least 5 hours. This creates resistant starch that digests more slowly. Heat the pre-soaked oats gently, adding cinnamon, unsweetened cocoa powder, and a protein element like 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds. Top with 5 to 7 fresh berries rather than dried fruit. Type 1 diabetics should consume after morning insulin has begun working. Type 2 diabetics benefit most from eating after brief morning activity. Expect modest glucose elevation between 30 to 40 points when properly prepared, returning to baseline within 2 hours. Monitoring your oatmeal response. Systematic blood sugar testing reveals exactly how oatmeal affects your individual metabolism. Create a structured evaluation by measuring glucose immediately before eating, then 1 hour, 2 hours, and 3 hours afterward. Properly prepared diabetic oatmeal typically raises blood sugar by 30 to 45 points at the 1 hour mark, returning to within 15 points of baseline by 2 hours. Readings remaining elevated beyond 3 hours indicate need for recipe adjustment. Document everything in a dedicated journal: oatmeal type, preparation method, portion size, toppings, and all glucose readings. Share several weeks of detailed tracking with healthcare providers for personalized recommendations. Those using continuous glucose monitors gain valuable insights into precise response patterns and optimal timing. Conclusion: 3 critical mistakes transform healthy oatmeal into a glucose disaster: choosing highly processed varieties, adding sugar-laden toppings, and consuming incorrect portions at suboptimal times. The solutions: selecting steel-cut oats, adding protein-rich toppings, and measuring precise portions can dramatically improve blood sugar response. Remember that individual responses vary significantly based on personal metabolism. Experiment cautiously while tracking results to discover your optimal preparation method. Share your oatmeal experiments and glucose results in the comments section below. Did changing preparation methods improve your morning numbers? Subscribe for more evidence-based diabetes nutrition strategies. Next video explores protein-focused breakfast alternatives that maintain stable glucose throughout the entire morning.